It's a lovely sunny autumnal day outside London Waterloo Station, and London has a brand new bus route, the Bakerloop Superloop bus, the BL1. It's coloured brown, it runs between here and Lewisham, it's part of the Superloop network, and I'm at bus stop D with Roger, and we're going to ride it today. So this new Bakerloop bus, is a service that was previewed earlier in the year. And since then, a consultation went out, and now it's very much in service, running along the route of where a possible future Bakerloo Line extension might one day run. It goes down the Old Kent Road between Elephant and Castle and Lewisham, but also serves at the northern end Waterloo Station as well, which is where we boarded. So, on the bus, look at the maquette seats. It's the same as a Bakerloo Line train. That's just fun. You're every 12 minutes?
Yeah, 12 minutes Mondays to...
Every 15 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And do we know what the overall journey time is meant to be between Waterloo and Lewisham? Did you look on the...
I didn't look on the
We should check that out.
I think it's about 23 minutes.
That's what it says. It's going to take longer than 23 minutes. Oh, we should check, by the way. Well, no, except we're getting off at Elephant Castle. Okay, we're going to break our journey.
Yeah.
We're on board.
What's the next stop?
Next stop
Elephant and Castle.
is Elephant and Castle. We just hopped out at, this sun is going to cause us problems, I can see. We just hopped out at Elephant and Castle bus stop E. They've added the word Bakerloop, just as on the Superloop buses, they've added the word Bakerloop, as well as the BL1 tag to the bus stop pole here. Bakerloop, part of the Superloop network, apparently.
Geoff, have you seen these new real-time type signs on the bus stop poles?
Talk me through it.
It's something TfL tried out on their Route 68 down from St Pancras down south, and you've got options here. So it gives you the live arrivals here, and then you can press a button and get the timetables, and you press it 7 times for the 7 different routes that stop here, and then there's a route map for each one, and then more info, which just gives you the phone numbers. It's quite good.
We're still calling them spider maps, right?
Yeah.
The spider map here has got here the BL1 right there in brown. Burgess Park, Old Kent Road, through New Cross Gate towards Lewisham. Just wanted to get a bit of tube action, so we're at the tube station at Elephant and Castle. Roger's gone down to platform level to see if there's any signage or branding down there. Because essentially this is the extension to the Bakerloo Line, which may never, likely not, we're not sure, come. And instead of it being a Bakerloo Line extension, you've currently now got the Superloop branded Bakerloop bus. But maybe one day the Bakerloo Line will be extended. Who knows? I'm just going to wait here. There is a sign though here in the ticket hall. But yeah, I guess the point is get the Bakerloo Line to Elephant and continue your journey via the Bakerloop bus to Lewisham. Roger, a moment, come into frame. Hi.
Hi.
I really like the brown colour, it looks smart and the seats are gorgeous.
I do.
You were saying maybe TfL should sort of colour brand more of their buses or routes. Are you liking the brown?
I love it, yeah. I think it's how, if you want to really sell bus travel, you've got to make it appeal to people who may not know much about buses. And you know, if TfL was one of the major retailers, the supermarkets, they wouldn't paint everything the same colour and make it all look the same. They'd differentiate it so that you can see that it's part of something that's different and maybe attractive to use.
Now the Bakerloop is an express bus route, but when the SL4 through the Silvertown Tunnel was launched earlier this year, that had a load of stopping points south of the river and didn't feel like an express service. The BL1 definitely does feel like an express service, even more so at this point when southbound buses only go over the Bricklayers Arms flyover, speeding along and missing out on the traffic on the roundabout below. Okay, we just stopped on the Old Kent Road. It's called Burgess Park Dunton Road, but basically everyone knows it's where the Tesco is. So where the big Tesco is, opposite Burgess Park, that's the first stopping point down the Old Kent Road. They should have just called it Old Kent Road Tesco. Everybody knows where that is. At Ilderton Road, I want to talk. Let's get this slightly more level. tilt's a bit severe there. I want to talk bus lanes, because they've closed a bit the bus lane here because there's stop ER and stop ES, and technically the Bakerloop stop is ES. But it's weird how when you get on the bus, it's branded as Bakerloop on the outside, but the welcome sign by where the driver sits on their cab door says Superloop. And the roundels on top of the bus stops here also say Superloop. So clearly they had some left over from when they initiated the Superloop network, because there's no specific roundels on top of the bus stops that say Bakerloop. So I'm a bit confused. Is the Bakerloop a separate branding, or is it part of the Superloop branding? They even say it's part of the Superloop network. And calling it Bakerloop makes it sound like there might be more than one Bakerloop. Like, might you expect there to be a BL2 and a BL3? Who knows? But Old Kent Road, apart from this bit here where it's closed for maintenance, does appear to have a bus lane all the way along, which means the bus can whiz down in the bus lane and not get caught up in other traffic, which does make it a nifty express bus. Roger's being very cheeky. Roger just said a Bakerloo Line train wouldn't get stuck in a traffic jam on the Old Kent Road.
Well, we've been here about 5 minutes now.
Yeah, the traffic jam does cost us several minutes, but it's worth pointing out that this is a new direct bus journey. That is, if you wanted to do Lewisham to Waterloo before, you would have to take 2 buses and change. Now you can do it on just the 1 bus. Next up, we make it to Lewisham.
Bakerloo Maquette. So we're at Molesworth Street. This bus terminates here. We're by this entrance to Lewisham Shopping Centre. Southbound buses only, there it goes, stop here, and then it loops around Lewisham and serves a couple of northbound only stops when going in the other direction. Here's a quick map.
Yes, here's a map which is my own route diagram which I've drawn that shows that buses heading towards Lewisham terminate at Molesworth Street. Then, after a short stand, they run empty round to the main Lewisham shops to start in service again, and it's only buses heading to Waterloo that call out the first 3 northbound stops.
Shout out to the bus driver of the 484 who just leaned out to us and went, "Love the boots," to Roger. Roger, you got some random boot love. I've always said the internet thinks they're your horse riding boots.
Yeah.
You've just said that they're your bus riding boots.
They're my bus riding boots.
Well, now they're your Bakerloop boots.
Absolutely, that's true, yeah.
You should have worn brown coloured boots. That's where you went wrong. Talking of which, that's just an obvious segue to the fact that I've only just noticed that where they put the little tile, which is actually a sticker, up on the bus stop, normally, like, night buses have a blue background. Normally it's black on white, but the Bakerloo one, the BL1, is actually coloured brown. It's quite hard to differentiate, even in this bright sunlight, but they have coloured that brown to match the brown of the bus. My angles are all wonky today, that's fine. It's just one of those days where everything's slightly wonky. We're at the Lone Pit Vale bus stop F, so which is the second stop, or is it the third stop, when going northbound. We've sort of come round. The Bakerloop has a little loop around Lewisham. The loop has a loop. See, there is a loop in the Bakerloop.
But the passengers can't do the loop.
You can't ride the loop. You have to get off, walk round. Yeah, that's okay. But just to say, summing up,
it's good.
BL1.
Yes, I think it's a really good addition to the TfL network. It's raising the profile of, oh look, here comes one now. It's raising the profile of the need to extend the Bakerloo Line down to Lewisham, and I think that's the purpose of it.
Is it just one big advert saying we've got a bus, but really what we want is a train line?
I think that's what it is, yeah. In the meantime, passengers are benefiting from a faster journey.
When there's not roadworks, because we have encountered roadworks today. I want to come back and do a journey off-peak when there's no roadworks.
See if it can be done in 24 minutes.
Well, yeah, the thing here is saying 24 minutes to Waterloo, and I'm like, can it, or is it like 32 minutes to do a real time test? But also, you were just saying, if it was you would put some sort of signage down on the Bakerloo Line station at Elephant and Castle saying Superloop bus this way. Yeah. Why would you do that?
I'd add it to the line diagrams. I'd even add it to the underground map and take off some of the other stuff that's there. I mean, why put the trams on in Croydon, nowhere near the underground, when the BL1 is now intrinsically part of the Bakerloo Line because of its branding?
No, Roger, don't tell TfL to add the Bakerloop bus to the tube map, because they might go and do that.
No, you'd have to take something off.
Okay.
You can only put one on and take one off. Okay. Let's take the trams off and various other things. The thing that goes over the Thames, what's it called? The Dangleway.
But as ever, you're pleased to see a new bus in London.
Absolutely.
And I do love the brown. I do like the branding and the colour.
Yeah, love it. It's really good. Well done, TfL.
That's all good. All right, enjoy the bus. That's it. New BL1 bus.
thanks for watching. We have got to go and find the new DLR train.
That's exciting.